where you're getting to know her. You're getting to understand how she's becoming the character that we want her to be, the true action-adventure hero. So especially in this piece where we sort of show you the emotion, we show you how she's starting to get a little bit stronger, she realizes there are survivors on the island, and she starts to get the equipment that's going to help us sort of bring us to that path where we saw today, the Microsoft keynote, we sort of showed a piece of, sort of a peppering of the future of where we're going to take Lara Croft.
Yeah, that was exciting. It seemed like there were hints of some kind of civilization or something on the island at the end there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of mystery roped in there. You know, there's other people on the islands, and they've been there a little bit wild. They call it home. We call it a little bit danger. But yeah, it's exciting.
It was a nice tease. Now, as we go through this, I think a lot of people have been wondering, you know, this is really a reinvention of Lara Croft. And as we go through, you know, people have seen games like this, but they're also sometimes very linear. And you're trying to be much more open, I think, with this game, right? In terms of giving the player a lot more sort of RPG-like abilities and progression, right?
Yeah, the goal is, as you mentioned, going back to the pillars of Tomb Raider. It's been around for 15 years, and one of the things was all about exploration. And exploration in past Tomb Raider games still felt very linear. So one of our goals with this sort of future look is, let's build these hub systems. Let's give the player the opportunity to come into these larger spaces and really explore. And then through gear gating, you'll be able to improve the ability to be able to open new areas and unlock additional challenge tombs. But really the hubs play a huge part in giving the player the opportunity to feel like they have the freedom to actually come into a space and do what you do best, be an explorer.
Wow. Now, you put out a trailer with us last week that people were hyped up. Pretty epic sequence with Laura at this crossroads, as you call it.
Yeah.
And we've heard her voice now for the first time, right, in the demo this morning, last week. So there's a new voice for Lara?
Yeah, there's a new voice for Lara. We're excited to announce that voice. It'll be coming very soon, I think in a few weeks. So she's been working hard. She actually finished off some of our last cues about 2 weeks ago. So even she's eager. I know the fans are out there hitting up many different people on Twitter.
Trying to guess who it is.
I think one or two may have guessed it, but we'll see. We're looking forward to announcing her.
Doing a voice analysis of the trailer. Yeah. Your fans are very rabid. Now, let's talk a little bit about her sort of weaponry and the way she's working, because you know, we saw obviously guns in the E3 demo earlier, but she's starting off with, it literally seems like a bow and arrow, right?
Yeah, she actually starts off literally with nothing, and we start to give you sort of the tools and the abilities to help you understand the world. So if you remember last year, we gave you the understanding of fire, where there was burnable objects to be able to escape from that area. Right. Now we give you the bow, which is your first tool, your first instrument, and really it's going to be your lifeline to be able to help you throughout the game. It's also going to become very iconic in the franchise. You know, bows are sexy right now. You know,
we saw that great key art you got of Laura pulling the bow.
So the bow's a pretty important tool for us, and you'll see how that progresses through gear gating and the rest of the game.
Right. Now, the one thing I noticed in the trailer last week was that there are other characters you're going to meet sort of as you go through the island, because, you know, the demo you showed last year was very much a solo journey. Even here, I mean, she's sort of exploring, but eventually there will be other characters that we meet? Yeah,
one of the big changes we've made with the franchise now is that, you know, in past Tomb Raiders, Lara used to sort of travel around the world, and she never really had an interaction with anybody, so therefore you never got to know her personality. Now we bring her into this sort of one location, the island, and thrust a lot of other survivors in. You have to have dynamic with them. And as a result, you get to see the different personalities Lara has. You get to see a side to her which you've never seen before, which just brings you closer to the character.
Absolutely, and you've got some wildlife here on the island, and it looks like Laura's, you know, just like any girl who's stranded, she's going to have to take down the deer. Deer kill, only on Spike. All right. Does she get him?
She does eventually, but this is her first time with a bow and arrow, so therefore
it's
a little bit uncomfortable for her.
There you go. Finally, deer kill, live on Spike. All right, Carl. Well, it looks amazing. Brand new Tomb Raider, and you've announced the date. You announced it last week with us, March 5th of 2013.
Yeah, we're very excited. Going to be on Xbox, PlayStation 3, and PC.
Yeah, we're excited to see more of Tomb Raider. All right, well, thank you very much, Carl, for the sneak peek at Tomb Raider. You showed a lot. Trailer last week, demo this morning, demo now, and I'm sure we'll see lots more later this year. All right, well, the EA Games Showcase is ticking near, and here's Daniel Kaiser with a report from inside the Orpheum Theater. Daniel?
Oh, dear, that game looks absolutely amazing. Thanks, Jeff. We have consumer analyst Michael Pachter embedded inside EA Games. Michael, are you on the phone with us? How are things shaping up over there at EA?
Well, Daniel, aside from being crazy loud, it's really quite a personality sighting. I see Vince Zampella in the audience. I see Patrick Sutherland in the audience. That suggests